So there is nothing the other side loves more than using my life as a walking, talking example of how spirit guides can guide you on your path in a positive way. I've been communicating with my own personal team of guardian angels, also known as spirit guides, for the last 7 years. So I have developed a sort of trust with them. When they ask me to do something that's totally out of left field, I don't squawk as much anymore because I've gotten to the point where I know Christine's soul plus X, Y, and Z equals love. If they say that, I trust them. So now I've gotten to a point where instead of squawking about it or digging my heels in or arguing with them about things that might not make sense to me at the time, I'll kind of sit back and just watch things to unfurl, or I'll do my research on what they want me to do and find out more about it. And then if I get just a little bit more information, I'll know that, okay, this makes sense for me. This makes sense. So they asked me to create this video letting you know how over the last 7 years, my spirit guides have helped me in my life. Number 1, career. I was a marketing executive, president of Pavlina Communications, still am. It just went from a marketing firm to a mediumship firm. Yay! Nice generic title. I was able to make the transition without changing the name of the company. So, after having a 21-year career in marketing, they asked me to knock down my sandcastle and become a professional psychic medium. So they walked me through telling my corporate clients that I am now going to communicate with the dead. No easy feat, choosing a career in the paranormal over that. That was crazy. But this career that I'm in now, being a professional psychic medium and using my gift to help others connect with their loved ones and connect with their spirit guides, is more fulfilling for me. It's heart-focused work. So I'm not chasing the dollar anymore. I am chasing heart-focused work and trying to bring healing to people's lives and help them, right? Because I'm kind of the paranormal version of Dr. Phil. I'm a counselor. I'm an intuitive counselor. So what happened when I was in marketing? I had alcohol dependence. I drank a lot of wine. I ate sushi with my sake. I had stress and anxiety, and I needed Novocaine for the soul. So I drank a whole bunch of alcohol. I don't drink a drop anymore. It took the other side 2 years, but they finally got rid of the alcohol. So, I mean, I can't call myself an alcoholic because my alcoholic friends said that it's an insult to alcoholics because I was never in rehab. They said I didn't earn my stripes, but we'll say I was alcohol dependent. I don't care what you call me. Doesn't matter. I have no ego. So I have no stress. I have no anxiety. I mean, my job gets stressful sometimes, but I love what I do, and it's heart-focused work. So I feel energetically supported by the universe in my career now. So my career, complete 180 with hand-holding and guidance from the other side. Number 2, relationships. This one was very interesting. I was codependent, and I knew that I was codependent. I knew that every time I fell in love with somebody, I would just float off on a cloud and just forget about myself and all of my own personal goals and aspirations. So as I'm floating off on this cloud, I'm just like, oh, whatever you want. I love you so much. Oh, I would just lose myself, and I wouldn't take care of myself within the relationship. I wouldn't have any firm boundaries. I would just be one big doormat marshmallow. I didn't really have any self-love in that scenario either. So I told the other side, I was like, I need help with codependence. I mean, I know this isn't going to happen overnight, but I really need help with my codependence and just handling relationships. And so they guided me to the things that they needed me to do, but they held my hand the entire time. They guided me to understandmen.com. It's Alison Armstrong's website, and she has seminars there about men and the importance of not emasculating them, the importance of, maintaining firm boundaries within a relationship, about not being codependent, and just really kind of like allowing men to be men, and then you be the woman, and then everybody's happy. So I took 5 of her seminars over years, and I loved it. It was great. And so after I was done with those seminars, I went on what the other side calls practice dates. And so they would critique how I was on those dates. Where do you want to have dinner? I don't care, whatever. It's like, Christine! So they would point out when I was being codependent while I was on these practice dates. They would show up. The dating for me gets a little complicated because I'll be out to dinner with the guy and, you know, I'll say, hey, your grandmother's here. And he'll say, my grandmother's dead. And I'll say, so? And he'll be like, check please. So my dating is a little more complicated than other people's. So I would say relationships, stay tuned for that, because it's kind of a work in progress kind of thing. Friendships are really interesting. They are very protective of who I hang out with. Those influences, they don't want any negative influences in my life or anyone who would potentially make me feel ashamed of my gift. So they're very, very careful about who I hang out with as friends. But it is really funny because they have removed people from my life really fast, just vacuum suck them out of my life, and then they'll replace them with somebody and say, here, hang out with her. And it'll literally be like somebody that's just like placed in front of me and be like, here, you know, try it, you'll like it, kind of thing. And we'll just sit there staring at each other without even saying anything and just be like, why do you feel like my sister? It's like, we definitely had some sort of past life connection there. That was pretty trippy. But so yeah, the other side streamlines my dating and they streamline my friendships where they just cut through all the BS. Here, hang out with this person, they'll be your favorite. So yes, stay tuned for that. That's still, like I said, a work in progress. Okay, so on a soul level, this is where they really taught me the importance of the truth being the light and the truth leading to true happiness. So if you are able to sit down and write a list of all your truths and embrace them and take the steps to address each and every one of those truths, that will lead down the path towards happiness. So I'm Catholic, so I always knew the truth was the light, but I didn't really know what the meaning of it was until my spirit guides really started helping me accept my truths. They taught me the law of attraction, how the importance of keeping my thoughts and emotions positive, and the importance of attracting people and opportunities onto my path with an optimistic attitude. So they taught me about commanding universal energies via the law of attraction, via power manifestation. And this isn't Christine specific. This is for anyone watching this video. It's really important to learn those concepts. Those come up a lot in my readings, by the way. Really how to make universal energies work for you. Universal energies respond to you, not the other way around. So make them work. Take charge. Manipura, prana, life force energy. Use it. It's in your solar plexus chakra. Okay. So they kind of worked on my soul, and then they beat my ego out of me, but that's like a whole nother story. They're coming forward and stressing the importance of making love-based decisions as opposed to ego-based decisions or fear-based decisions. People will comment on my YouTube channel and I'll just be like, oh God, ego, fear, anger, jealousy. Like I'll be able to like go through and like list how their comments aren't pure. You know, it's not pure communication. And that bums me out because that's all part of, you know, the human ego. So that's why the other side is stressing the importance of making love-based decisions in your life and really embracing those truths because they lead to happiness. Number 4, my appearance. Now this really kind of freaked me out in the beginning because I was wondering why the other side was so superficial. And they explained to me that it wasn't them being superficial, it was them boosting my confidence via my outsides. They knew that if they could positively affect my outside, it would positively affect my inside via self-confidence. Because when you look good, you feel good. And what do? You shine your light even more brightly, which is the most important thing, is for people to open up that throat energy center and to speak their truth. So the other side is stressing the importance of really taking care of your appearance to where you're just confident and feel 10 feet tall and, you know, just feel like you can take over the room. Because that, of course, helps you speak your truth. So what did they do? I lost 70 pounds. Yes, I gained 70 pounds while I was a marketing executive. Why? Stress. Your body releases cortisol, which is a chemical that makes you gain weight when you're under stress. Number 2, I was drinking too much alcohol. Went straight to my butt. 3, schmoozing clients. Lots of food, lots of dinners, lots of lunches. So when you have corporate clients, lots of food floating around, and the best kind too. So I gained weight from all that. I was never overweight before that. I was always very active and always ate healthy. But when I started doing the sales and marketing, it just gained. So I felt like I had dug myself into a hole and the other side had to reach in and pull me out. And digging yourself out of, 70 pounds overweight hole, that takes a long time. It took about 2 years. Yeah. So the other side came forward and helped me with my diet and exercise program. They would help me with self-discipline. They would suck my sweet tooth out of me. They would just make me feel more in control. They put me on Atkins. They told me what to eat. They told me what not to eat. And so they helped me lose the 70 pounds. And then after I did that, I went from size extra large to a size small. So after I did that, they made me drop off my entire wardrobe at Goodwill and said, these clothes are going to go to somebody who can appreciate them, because you can no longer appreciate them because they don't fit and they don't suit you. So because I had become a professional psychic medium, they switched out all of my suits with ripped jeans and boots and sweaters and whatever I'm wearing in these videos. It's all brand new. My entire wardrobe is brand new. As a matter of fact, I bought 2 of the same sweater because I didn't realize I'd already purchased it. That's how much shopping they've had me do. So they said that my wardrobe was more representative of who I am now. They led me to an esthetician for my face, anti-aging stuff, day cream, night cream, creams for this, creams for that. I don't even know what my creams are for. But yeah, they have me get regular facials and Dermapen and you name it. So they're all about, my age, I guess. And they had me get Invisalign. I had already worn braces, so my teeth looked pretty close to this, but they wanted to perfect it. So they had me wear Invisalign. They're about to have me get LASIK, so that I don't need glasses anymore. And then they switched out my car. I wasn't even looking for a new car. And they had me buy myself a little white Beetle, or rather I leased it, a little white Beetle. And I love that car. I kiss it goodnight. I'm in love with that car, but I wasn't looking for a new one. So that was where the other side came forward and said, just get it and trust us. And so I did. I replaced my car with my little Beetle, and it's the best thing ever. So it's interesting, because you would think the other side would discourage you from getting, emotionally attached or whatever to physical items. Oh, it's all about soul to soul connection and whatever. But they think it's cute. Like when I get emotional when I look at my new clothes, and I get emotional when I look at my car, and they actually think it's cute because they're really big on gratitude, and they actually consider it to be bad karma if you own stuff that you don't appreciate. So if you are considering cleaning out your closet, I encourage you to ask yourself, do I appreciate this? Because that's a big deal. Okay, so that was really the appearance aspect and them switching out the physical things in my life. But like I said, as far as I'm concerned, over the past 7 years, what they've done is pull me out of the mud and hose me off. Because I went from being a stressed out marketing executive who really likes her wine to running around with long flowy dresses, flowers in my hair, bringing people healing, and driving a little VW Bug. I don't know, maybe I belong at, Woodstock or something. But yeah, I became this total hippie. So they're just saying that I'm leading a more authentic life, and I'm shining a more authentic light so that I can attract that soulmate onto my path. Because I am broadcasting the correct signal now. They're saying that I'm actually giving my soulmate something to be attracted to now that's more authentic me, as opposed to the executive wearing the suit. I'm, completely different. So this is why I want you guys to acknowledge your own spirit guides, because of all the positive changes that mine have made in my life over the last 7 years. They do make suggestions to me that are pretty crazy and out there, and it's hard for me to digest them sometimes. But again, when I look at everything that they've helped me with, I really can't complain about anything. So I have developed this trust for them. And so when they asked me, would you ever go back to your old life? The answer was a resounding no. I would never, ever, ever want to make decisions that weren't based in love, that weren't taking universal energies into consideration. I would hate to have repeating patterns in personal relationships that I've established. I want to have the spirit guides in my life to help me maneuver the twists and turns of life. because I was making poor decision after poor decision after poor decision, and it wasn't until they showed up on the scene that things really started happening for me. So this is what I want for all of you guys. That's why I'm making it my life's work to try to teach people and consult for them and connect to their own spirit guides, because it's really, really important. And in the beginning, communication is going to be spotty. It just is. That's the way developing your third eye works. It's spotty in the beginning. But then after you take the time to really develop it and work out that muscle at the intuition gym, you end up like me, where you're talking to your spirit guides throughout the day, constantly. Again, they are here to guide you on your path. They're not going to tell you everything, but the benefit of the divine guidance is just, it's priceless. So that is why I want all of this for each and every one of you guys. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.